Academy on the Unacademy YouTube channel live with me. This is Arun Sharma here, and just looking at a couple of things in this session, and we are continuing with our discussion of previous year questions in this live session again, and in that zone of questions that we are looking at. This is the next question we are looking at for today. And just a reminder for all of you, just make sure that you do check out Unacademy Plus. And if you do find it worthwhile, you can actually use the promo code that I've put up on my slide, and that promo code will give you an access to my live classes on the Plus program, as well as other educators. And the promo code is Arunam Sharma. If you use that promo code, you'll get a 10% discount on Academy Plus. And Unacademy Plus is a platform on which you will get access to some of the top teachers in every domain of exams. So whether you're preparing for CAT or UPSC or whatever you're looking at other exams like banking, PO, etc. For all the exams that you can think of on aptitude, the Unacademy Plus program will actually be a great way to okay, now I can see that I'm live. It'll be a great way to actually prepare for your CAT 2020 preparations, and even some of your friends, if they're wanting to look at UPSC or other exams, you can also tell them about it. And the best part of Unacademy Plus is that once you take subscription, you can just forget any tensions with respect to the preparation process. You just need to focus on your work, because you got access to a whole team of great teachers uh, running their own courses. So there'll be, you can study quant from five different people if you want to. You can study data interpretation, reasoning from five different people if you want to. All the teachers launch their courses. And as far as the subscription live, any course that you do or it's running, whether you attend it or not, you'll have access to the videos of those. And subscriptions are available for 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, and so on. And if you do decide to take up a subscription, as I said, use my promo code Arun Sharma. This promo code will be giving you access. This promo code will give you access to a 10% discount on the existing discounted fees on Academy Plus. So do check that out. And with that brief sponsor message, I would like to start going into the first question for today. And this is the question that is on your screen. The question is X and Y are playing a game, and there are 11 50 paise coins on the table, and each player must pick up at least one coin, but not more than five. So the game is between X and Y. There are 11 coins on the table, and you have to pick up between 1 to 5 coins. You have to pick up between 1 to 5 coins when your turn comes, and the person picking the last coin loses. So that's an important construct in the question. Last coin, the person picking up the last coin loses. And the question then is, how much should X starts? How many should he pick up at the start to ensure a win, no matter what strategy Y employs? So X is picking first. What is the number of coins he should pick up that he wins the game, irrespective of what Y does? Right? So this is the question here. Let me put the question on this side. I will keep it that way only. I'll use the lower part of my screen here. So, if you're thinking on this question for the first time, the thought process will go something like this. Let me explain. The thought process for this question will go something like this. You have 11 coins on the table, and since the last person loses, since the last person loses, the last person will try, your opponent will try to avoid picking up a coin, which is the last coin. So if you want to win the game, the 11 coins, and the last person loses situation, your opponent is going to avoid picking up the last coin unless you force him. So in this question, you are effectively going to have to force your opponent. The opponent has to get forced. You have to force your opponent to pick up the last coin. And to force your opponent to pick up the last coin, the only way your opponent will be forced to pick up the last coin is that if there's one coin left on the table, and then he has to pick it up. Because if you leave two coins on the table after your last move, your opponent will not take it to zero. He'll take it to one, he'll pick up one and take it to one, and then you're gone, you lose. So you will have to reach one. So the target of the question shifts from how many you pick up. You take it to this point where your target of the question is that you have to reach one coin after your last move. After your last move, one coin should be left on the table. Now for that to happen, to be able to leave one coin on the table, if you think that way, in this game, the game I'm told here on this side, in this game, if I want to leave one coin on the table, and I'm allowed to pick up between 1 to 5 coins. I can pick anywhere between 1 to 5 coins. Then what I should have on in front of me is between 2 to 6. Because if I have 2 coins, I'll pick 1 and get to 1. If I've got 3 coins, I'll pick 2 and get to 1. If I've got 4 coins, I'll pick 3 and get to 1. If I've got 5 coins, I'll pick 4 and get to 1. If I've got 6 coins, I'll pick 5 and get to 1. Right? But if I have 7 coins, I cannot get to 1. So I need before my last move, I need between 2 to 6 coins in front of me. And for getting 2 to 6 coins in front of me, again, my opponent knows that whoever is left with between 2 to 6 coins, so he will just pick up whatever is left and leave one on the table and win the game. So if you get this opportunity, you win. If the opponent gets this opportunity, he wins. So again, you have to force your opponent. You have to reach a point where the opponent gets forced. You have to reach a point where the opponent gets forced. Your opponent should be forced to actually pick up between to the point where whatever he does, you should be able to. Hi Vineet, welcome to the class. Hi Ashrit, welcome to the session. Yeah, you should pick up 4 here in this case, because to force the opponent to whatever you do, you will leave me with 2 to 6. You have to leave him with 7 coins specifically, because the opponent has 5 possible moves: 1 coin, 2 coins, 3 coins, 4 coins, or 5 coins. With any of these moves, he will fall into this trap. If, on the other hand, you allowed your opponent to be, if you had left your opponent to be with 8 coins, if you are left your opponent with 8 coins, then he will pick up one and get you to seven, and then this will be your move, and you will get stuck on the wrong side. So, as Jasdeep very correctly says, this question has an answer that from 11 coins, pick 4. But a lot of times, these past year questions, and if you pick up 4, you're going to win the match, no matter what the opponent does. Because from 11, if you pick up 4, you reach 7, and now it's your opponent's turn. So, whatever he does, you will be left with between 2 to 6 coins. And from there, you have one move to get to 1, and then the opponent is forced. This becomes a forced move for him. He has to pick up the last coin, and he gets to 0, and you win the game. So, in these situations, uh, in these situations, in CAT questions specifically, there's a lot of learning that goes just beyond solving the question. And if you leave this question at this point, you miss out a huge amount of learning that is available in this question, which I would like to first show you. Suppose I try to do this same question with, let's say, 31 coins, 33 coins. So can we extend this logic further? The rule is the same. You can pick up 1 to 5 coins. But you can't pick up 0 coins, so you can't pass. You have to pick up coins. So if you go again back from the back, you have to reach 1. To reach 1, you need to leave 1. Let's call it L. You need to leave 1. So to leave 1, you need to get between 2 to 6. And if you want to get 2 to 6, you have to leave 7. Only then will the opponent be forced to give you 2 to 6. And to be able to leave 7, you need between 8 to 12. And to get 8 to 12, again you have to force your opponent to give you 8 to 12, because he also can work this logic out. You need to leave 13. And to leave 13, you need to get 14 to 18. Then you can pick up 1 to 5 coins and reach 13. And to get 14 to 18, you need to leave 19. And to leave 19, you need to get 20 to 24. And to get 20 to 24, you need to leave 25. And to leave 25, you need to get 26 to 30. And for that, you need to leave 31. So what do you notice here? What you notice here in this question is that every time your winning point, 1, 7, 13, 19, 25, 31, if you reached any of those points, you are winning this game. And if you look at the consistency of the winning points, all these winning points are 6n plus 1. So next time you face a question like this, no matter with how many coins, let's say somebody tells you that you've got 1000 coins and you have to pick between 1 to 5, and you are picking first, and you want to pick up so that your opponent does not have any chance. So you look for the closest 6n plus 1 which you can access. And since 1000 is 6n plus 4, you should pick up 3 coins and make it 997, and the opponent can't do anything. So this is a generic solution for this question. It does not work only with 11 coins, it can work with any number of coins, as far as you realize that 6n plus 1 is the solution. But again, just working this logic out to this level will be a travesty of justice to this question, because you also need to understand, when you are learning from this question, you also need to understand is, where does 6 come from? So to understand that, let's try to make a similar structure for a situation. Let's say you're starting with 20 coins and you're allowed to pick between 1 to 5 1 to 4 coins. So going the reverse way, the logic will remain the same. You need to leave 1 to win the game. But since you can pick up only between 1 to 4 coins, to leave 1, you need to get between 2 to 5. Then you can pick up 1, 2, 3, 4 respectively and get to 1 in one move. And you have to force your opponent to give you 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, which means that you have to leave him 6. And to leave him 6, you have to get 7, 8, 9, 10. If you get 7, 8, 9, 10, then you can pick up 1, 2, 3, 4 and get to 6. And to get 7, 8, 9, 10, you have to force your opponent, whatever you do, you're going to get to this point. That will happen if you leave him 11, because if you leave him 12, then he'll pick up 1 and get you to 11. So you can see very clearly in this situation that what is happening in this case is that when you're picking 1 to 4 coins, the winning point is at 5n plus 1. When you're picking up 1 to 5 coins, the winning point was at 6n plus 1. If you're picking 1 to 3 coins, if I change the game to picking 1 to 3 coins, the winning points will be 4n plus 1. It's as simple as that. So next time I give you a question like this, where I say that A and B are playing a game, I or CAT gives you a question like this. A and B are playing a game where they're picking up coins, and the last person loses, and they can pick between 1 to 7 coins in their move. You realize that in this case, without solving, you can realize in this case that the winning points are always going to be 8n plus 1. So if I'm starting, let's say, if I tell you that my starting point is 55 coins on the table and you have to pick, your target should be the closest 8n plus 1. And the closest 8n plus 1 is 49. So you should pick up 6 coins to get from 55 to 49 and you'll win the game. It's as simple as that. And sometimes this question can also be, there's another twist in this question that can happen, and that twist is if the game changes to last person wins. So same game, if the last person wins is the case, then the target, instead of being 1, last person loses game mein, your target was to reach 1. In the last person wins game, your target will be to reach 0. So in this game, the game on this side, on the screen, if we change it to last person wins, then your target changes from 1 to 0. Consequently, the second target of 7 changes to 6. Consequently, the third target of 13 changes to 12. So last person wins will become, if you're picking 1 to 5 coins, last person wins will become 6n game. 6n will be winning points. Last person loses, picking up 1 to 5 coins, it will be 6n plus 1. Always. This is the structure of this question. So last person wins. You're allowed to pick 1 to 7 coins. Winning points are all 8n's. All multiples of 8. Last person loses. You're allowed to pick 1 to 7 coins. Winning points are 8n plus 1's. Right? So let's see what the next question has in store for us in this game, in this session. And this is your next question for today. Have a look at this and try to solve this. The question here is talking about uh, the way money order commission is calculated. And the question says, from X to be sent by money order, subtract 0.01 and divide by 10. So what you do is, from X to be sent, subtract 0.01 and divide by 10. You're just understanding what the question is saying. Get the quotient. So this will give you the quotient and add 1 to it. Do Q plus 1. If the result is Y, the money order commission is 0.5Y. So if this is giving me a result of Y, the money order commission is 0.5Y, Y by 2. So this is a simple reaction, very clear question with respect to what you need to do here. So the first part of this is telling us, or the question is telling us the structure of the calculation of the money order commission. And the question is talking about is 2 money orders sent to Aurangabad and Bhatinda for rupees 71. So when you send the first money order for 71 rupees, the commission 71 minus 0.01 divided by 10, its quotient, it's 70.99 by 10, the quotient is 7, that's Q. So Y, which is Q plus 1, is 8, and the money order commission is Y by 2, 4. This is the money order commission here. And in the second case, you are sending a money order of 48. The question is asking the total commission of the two will be. What will be the total commission on the two money orders? So the first money order of 71 rupees is leading to a 4 rupee money commission. The 48 rupees, 48 minus 0.01 divided by 10 gives me 4, that's Q. So Q plus 1, which is Y, is going to be 5, and Y by 2 is going to be 2.5. So the total money order commission that I am getting on these two money orders, or I have to pay on these two money orders, will be 4 plus 1, 4 plus 2.5, 6.5, and hence option B is the right answer here. Right? So let's take a look at what the next question has in store for us. The third question. Try this out. And welcome everyone who's attending live, and also welcome to all of you who are going to watch this as a recorded video later. So this question, let's have a look. The order fare in Ahmedabad has the following formula based upon the meter reading. The meter reading is rounded up to the next higher multiple of 4. For instance, if the meter reading is 37 paise, it is rounded up to 40 paise. The resultant is multiplied by 12 paise. The resultant is multiplied by 12, and the final result is rounded off to the nearest multiple of 25. So whatever the reading is, first rounding off is to a multiple of 4. Then let's call it R1. Then you do R1 into 12. That's, you reach a value. And then you do a second rounding off. Rounding off 2 is to the nearest multiple of 25. So the question is asking is 53 paise is the meter reading, what will be the actual fare? Pretty simple question, because what you will do here in this question will be that if you just follow what the instructions of the question, if the first meter reading is 53 paise, you first round it off to 56, multiple of 4, multiply by 12, 56 into 12 is 560 plus 112, that's 672, and round it off to the nearest multiple of 25, which is 675. The two multiples of 25 on the left and right of 672 are 650 and 675. So here the rounding off will go to 675, and so the paise value of the meter of the actual fare is 675. So the rupee value of this is 6.75, and that's the correct answer here. Right, this is the third question for today. Let's look at one last question. This one we'll do later. We'll do it in the next session tomorrow, because it will take a little bit more time than I have in this session. So let's pick up this one for today. The question says, Ashish is given 158 1 rupee coins. And he has been asked to allocate them into a number of bags such that any amount required between rupees 1 and rupees 158 can be given out by handing out a certain number of bags without opening them. So you will be able to give between rupees 1 to 158, any amount between 1 to 158 you can give without having to open the bags. What is the minimum number of bags required? So how should you place these 1 rupee coins, 158 1 rupee coins, into bags so that you can give any amount between 1 rupee to 158 rupees by giving out a certain number of bags? That's the question. So in this question, what you have to essentially do is understand that this is based on a particular geometric series, which series has this series also can be seen as 2 raised to 0, 2 raised to 1, 2 square, 2 cube, 2 raised to 4, and so on. So this series has a particular property, and that property is that if I take only two terms of the series 1, 2, then using these numbers I can make 1, I can make 2, and I can make 1 plus 2, 3. So I can make any number between 1 to 3 if I use these two numbers. If I add the third number of this series, the third number of this series is 2 square, which is 4. Now with these three numbers, with 1 to 4, with these three numbers, with 1 to 4, I can make any numbers between 1 to 7. Because I have a 4 by itself. If I want to make 5, I will give 1 plus 4. If I want 6, I will give 2 plus 4. If I want 7, I will give 1 plus 2 plus 4. So to this list, if I add my next number, which is 8, 2 cube, you can visualize that you will be able to make any number between 1 to 15. And 16 added to this list will give you any number between 1 to 31. 32 added to this list will give you any number between 1 to 63. 64 added to this list will give you any number between 1 to 127. And then in one bag you can use 31 coins to get to 158. As far as you can make 1 to 127 with the first few, with 1 to 64. The last coin, since you have 158 coins only, last coin just use 31. Put all the 31 coins in one box. If you want 128, then what you do is you use 97 from there and you add the 31 to it. If you want 129, use the 98 from here and add the 31 to it. You want the 150, use the 119 from here and add 31 to it. Right, so you'll get to 150. So your the question has the answer that the bags should contain these seven values and this eighth value. So you need eight bags in this situation. Minimum number of bags required. Of course, you can do it in 158 boxes bags also with one coin each. You'll not need to open the bags. But since the question is talking about minimum number of bags, you'll have to use the this logic for it. And there's a parallel logic to series of three. I would encourage you guys to discover that, uh, which 1, 3, 9, 27 that series has. And there's some weighing scale questions, etc., that are there on this, which you should know. So I hope you enjoyed this thing. Just a reminder: do look at Unacademy Plus and do use this promo code Arun Sharma if you want a 10% discount on the existing fees there. So I'll take your leave then for the time being. Thanks a lot for attending and thanks for watching. And keep coming for the sessions. A lot of stuff going to happen over the next few months. And I look forward to seeing you. Bye bye. Regularly. Bye bye.